why I'm about to start my last semester in university in a few days. I'd say I've had a decent amount of experience with online classes this year. Last semester, I did my exchange program in Paris, France. And then it got cut short because of COVID-19. So I had to go back home 2 months earlier and finish the exchange program through online classes. I also got bored in quarantine that I managed to enroll myself in 3 different online courses. Not at the same time though. It was one after the other because the classes for these courses takes a whole day. So the schedule was usually 10 to 4 or 8 to 5 p.m. or 8 to 12. So with this, I thought I'd share with you my tips and tricks on how to ace online classes. This year is probably gonna be more difficult than previous semesters. This is all new for us, and we're all in the same sea of adjusting to this new way of learning. However, there are some who are struggling more than others. Some don't have means to take online classes. Maybe they don't have Wi-Fi or the devices that you need like laptop, tablet, or phone. And some simply have big families that they can no longer provide everyone for the means to take online classes. There are actually many ways that you can help. There are a lot of donation drives going around on Facebook or Twitter for kids to help them have the means to learn. Some that I know of are tablets for baguettes. This one's for the kids of fisher folks in Cardona, Rizal. Another is iUplift. This one aims to provide Filipino students the necessary tools that they need, such as tablets or school supplies. I'm gonna link these donation drives in the description box down below. If you know other initiatives like these, please do comment it in the comment section. Okay, so now let's get into the video. Number 1 is you need to have a routine. Try to wake up every day in the same time, even on weekends. Actually, if you haven't started your online classes yet, it's good to adjust your body clock 2 weeks prior so that by the time that your classes start, you'll be fully prepared. Always have a routine, especially before going to an online class, because this can really help you prepare mentally. Pagbangon mo, maliligo ka, kakain ka. Kung gusto mo mag-makeup, go. As long as you're removing yourself from that bahay mood. That way, your body and mind would be eased into thinking na, okay, class time na. This is not a day for rest. This is a time for learning. Second is, you need to schedule everything. Yes, even your breaks. Think of it as having a normal class schedule just as in physical classes. Di ba makikita mo na you only have 2 breaks, recess and lunch. So you can also mimic that. Kapag ka binigyan kayo ng break time, take that time to get a snack or get a drink. Imbis na gagamitin mo pa yung break time na yon para sa isang round ng ML, use that time to instead replenish your energy. And then after your classes, you can set an hour or 2, depending on how flexible your schedule is, for time for rest and leisure. For example, you can take a 30-minute exercise after a really long lecture. This could help boost the endorphins in your body and release all the stress. And then, of course, have a quick snack after. Pero after that, game na ulit sa pag-complete ng tasks ng given homework for that day. It's also helpful to write down all the tasks that you need to do so that you're aware of how much more you still need to do. This way, when you see your schedule, you'll think, okay, hindi muna ako magne-Netflix kasi ang dami ko pang kailangan gawin. Third is you need to have a study nook or study area. Never ever study on your bed kasi napakadaling maakit ng antok. You need to set up a study nook so that that space could be solely used for studying. When you're in that zone, you're also aware that you need to get your mind in the zone of studying. This area can be your couch or your dining area, just anywhere that you can sit upright as long as it's not your bed. Kapag wala na talagang ibang lugar, for example, you're a lot in the house and all the spaces are occupied. This happens to us. We're currently 3 students in the house, and what my brother does is he has a laptop bed desk. I highly recommend getting one of these so that you're able to stay productive even if you need to stay in bed. Actually, helpful rin siya para sa overall health ng laptop para makahinga yung laptop sa ilalim. Kapag nakapatong lang kasi sa kama or sa unan yung laptop, mas madali siyang mag-overheat because there's no proper circulation for the air. And the fun part, you can also upgrade your study area. So this is my current study space. My boyfriend got me this huge ass desk or mouse pad in baby pink shade. And it's a super cute way to personalize and spice up your workspace. I also have plants here and a lamp and my other class essentials. My dad also gave me this ring light, so I use this during Zoom meetings para naman kitang-kita yung mukha ko. The fourth is you need to protect your eyes. Lord, I cannot stress this enough. Especially now that we're constantly staring at our screens, it's only essential that we give extra love to our eyes. I use this blue light filtering eyeglasses and grabe, sobrang effective niya talaga. My head doesn't hurt as much anymore and I feel like my eyes are more relaxed. Plus, I also recommend using eye drops. This might be a funny or sad story, but whenever I read for a long time, my eyes tend to hurt a lot. As in, nagpa-check up pa ako sa eye doctor para dito because I was overthinking that there might be something wrong. But then, 2020 pa rin naman yung vision ko. It's just that my eyes are really dry. And the doctor said that it's because I forget to blink. So, the doctor prescribed me with generic eye drops and grabe, sobrang game changer cause it's really so helpful with my eyes. So, I don't know if you're having eye strains or having problems with dry eyes, maybe you can use eye drops. Fifth is you need to study according to your needs. Figure out what way you learn best. For example, in my case, I'm a visual learner. So it's helpful to have my phone at a reach whenever I need to search for a term or a person that we're discussing in class. I just search it in Google and then I go directly to Google Images to see how it looks like, how the thing that we're discussing looks like, or how the person that we're discussing looks like. If your teacher gives out handouts or PowerPoints beforehand, you can print them or save them right away, depending on your needs. Ang dali kasi may means na tayo now to add notes or annotate on documents. So kapag kasi sinesend beforehand yung reading materials, I highly suggest that you annotate directly from there. Para kapag ka nagno-notes kayo, yung additional information na lang na babanggitin ng teacher, yung iti-take down nyo, and hindi na yung word per word pa. Of course, for those who prefer to have physical copies of handouts, do print them beforehand so that you're prepared even before class. If there's no PowerPoint or handout given, it's an essential to take down notes by hand or through a note-taking app, lalo na kung hindi nire-record yung Zoom meeting. Two things, this helps you retain more information and this also helps you concentrate better in class. Nung may physical classes pa, I always take down notes. Kahit sabihin pa ng professor na, don't worry, I'll send the PowerPoint after this session. As an overthinker, I don't trust that they'll send the PowerPoint. Hindi, pero legit, it really helps me concentrate more in class. Para hindi ako inaantok. For digital note-taking naman, I recommend the app Notion. Actually, hindi ako yung gumagamit nito. I don't use this because all my classes give out the handouts or the PowerPoints, so I take notes from there. But my boyfriend recommends this. He's in law school, so he recommends using this app Notion. So yeah, sabihin ko raw sa inyo. Sixth is you need to minimize distractions. Delete distracting apps. If turning off notifications doesn't help, do the extreme of deleting your social media apps first and then just re-downloading them later. Actually, na-delete ko na yung Shopee, yung Among Us. And then, pagka class time, dinidelete ko rin yung Instagram and Facebook. You can also use apps that help in managing procrastination like Forest. Forest is free for Android, but I think it's a paid app for Apple users. But ang kabog nito, kasi may setting siya na ibabalik ka lang talaga niya sa Forest app when it detects that you're going to another app. Actually, ang problema ko naman sa paggamit ng apps na ganito ay sa laptop ako nagpro-procrastinate. I open a new tab whenever I'm in a Zoom meeting. Lastly, you need to set boundaries with your other family members. Sa totoo lang, ang hirap nito sa isang Philippine household. Ang hirap baguhin ang kultura na nakasanayan na. Like for example, sobrang importante kasi sa kultura natin ang pagkain. 'Di ba turo sa atin ay pag oras ng pagkain, dapat diretso lang agad sa mesa at kakain lang. Lalo na't oras ito ng pakikipagkwentuhan sa pamilya. Noong nag-online classes na ako for my exchange program, syempre may 6-hour time difference between Paris and Manila. So, my classes were always at night and sumasakto palagi sa dinner time. Grabe, mga ilang beses ako napagalitan na hindi dapat ganun, na hindi dapat dinadala yung laptop sa lamesa. Kasi dapat kapag kakakain, dapat kain lang. Syempre, bago pa nun lahat ang new normal, ika nga. Pero over time, naintindihan naman nila na nagiging place of work and study na rin ang isang bahay. Mahirap na siyang paghiwalayin, kaya dapat tayo na lang ang mag-a-adjust kung paano natin isa-set ang boundaries. So, communication is key talaga. Dapat ipaalam mo sa mga kasama mo sa bahay kung ano ba yung schedule mo, kung ano yung oras ng klase mo, kung ano oras yung break mo, para alam nila kung kailan ka pwedeng tawagin para kumain, or kailan ka pwedeng makausap, mautusan. Hindi yung naiistorbo ka tuwing meron kang class, di ba? And let's also be patient with the older people in our household. Yan yung mga lola natin. Of course, they may not understand what we're doing in our online classes. So what we can do is to explain to them or give them our schedule, explain to them what's happening with us so that they'll know how to adjust also to what's happening. And these are my tips on how you can prepare yourself better for online classes. Again, mahirap yung nangyayari ngayon. There's still a COVID threat. We don't know what our future will be or what our tomorrow will be. But hopefully, with the tips that I gave, you could ease yourself better into taking online classes.